Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Make a Map in Duneske kind of thing. I'm not quite sure what to call this. I do have the terrain details paint turned on at the moment. That's just because I don't want to, I can't like not select the, select the camera. That works. That also means I can turn that all off. Lovely. So, first things first, the most obvious thing you'll note is I have put in at least a few fields. This is most definitely going to be the biggest one on the map. I'm going to open up GIMP here, over here. This is a PDA map I'm using temporarily. It's not going to be the final PDA map. I'm going to take a picture from way off up in space of the finished product, because this is slightly off. I've had to cut off this corner of the field here, as you can see, because the DEM and the PDA map don't exactly line up, so I will be altering that over in time. However, if I bring up my simple sign, do this, you can see that it is all in fact lined up all nice, like right here. So I can work with the this is the exact same image of the PDA map, by the way. I'm just using it as a reference. I think I might have screwed up one of the fields, which is, oh no, it does look like it's not in the right position. I tried to flatten out the map, it didn't work. That was a previous take. So let's head over here, and I've got some color palettes laid out because I've changed all of the textures. This is all Forgotten Fruits, I think it is, by Erebus over on ModHoster. And if I zoom right in, you can see there's a nice bit of grass clippings in the middle of the leaves, and the leaves actually look believable. And it's not all brown and horrible like giants. The grass, oops, actually does look like kind of a mossy grass. Cobblestone, ooh, I didn't notice that before. That might be useful at some point. Cobblestone, apparently overlaying it with grass gives it kind of a mossy cobblestone feel. I'm going to have to remember that. This is, oops, the asphalt texture, which actually, oops, looks like asphalt. Over here we have gravel, which is just a picture of gravel. Got dirt here, which is nice and crunchy, I guess. You probably won't be seeing much of this on the map, much of the dirt. I'll just be using it as kind of, if I can show you here, just be using it sparingly and kind of, ooh. Oh, that's why I've got my hardness set way too high. My opacity too high as well. So I'll kind of be using it as a something like this, where it's just kind of textured in under, well, kind of on top of grass or whatever, just to give it a bit of a dirty vibe. Kind of like that. So it'll look all nice and tasty. Not tasty, but kind of a bit dirty, but not too much. And just get rid of all that mess there. Is there still dirt there? Of course there is, because there's a big dirt patch there. I'll be cleaning this up later. So here you have dirt, rock, and beach sand. Over here, if I go over to this field here, you can see I've also changed the field textures. I have put in the hard and wet soil hard and wet soil textures, I think it's called. This kind of replicates the sort of soil conditions around here when it's been raining, and it rains a lot, so I think I'm probably going to keep these soil textures in. Also, just ignore how I look. I look fabulous, as always. What have I done? Yes. So I think I showed this in the last video, in the first one. Oh, I didn't, because I had to change it all. Originally my plan was to have a kind of a dirt screen going across here. That won't work because I hit the texture limit per block. As you can see over there, I've actually had to split my color palette here between like 3 different blocks. Oh, you can't because I don't have this select. I've had to break this between 3 separate blocks because otherwise it causes a mess. And if I try to add, let's see, what's not in this block? Gravel over here. Will not add, but it will add over here. You can have a maximum of 4. And over here I was trying to fit... I might be able to fit dirt in actually. I just realised the problem might actually have been that I was using beach sand as well and I didn't quite cover it up right. Yes, I can use dirt. How wonderful. So I can do a bit of messing up here. Oh, that's going to be nice. So I can give the bottom of the river here a nice bit of a dirty look and kind of muddy it up a bit. That's going to be a job for later. So, some fields are in. This is definitely going to be the biggest blooming field on the map. This took an age to do because I kept faffing about. I'm not quite happy with this field here. These 3 are kind of split somewhat arbitrarily. Why is there some weird funky design there? So up here, oh, almost forgot the most obvious bloody thing. Here, we have, I'll deselect that, map boundaries. Well, that's a transform group. We do actually have map boundaries, so even if, let's say I were to move all of the treescapes down, you could not escape the map. The treescapes are just there to give something pretty to look at. And they're probably going to be somewhat temporary, just as a map boundary for now. Down here you can see there's a bit of a mess. So this is where I'm kind of messing about with textures. Let's select the camera again. So again, we got the ploughed texture here, cultivated here, seeded here, and the potato dams. Damn it. How convenient. Potato dams are right here. I'm not too pleased with this texture. I'm just going to open the credits document over here on my second screen, which is what I'm looking over to the left at. My hair is a disaster. I've showered today and it's just not behaving at all. So that's everything over there. Yes, grass. I believe this is a modded texture. If I just get it, there we go. We're running it a smooth 60 because there's nothing in the map at the moment. 60 FPS on nothing. I like this grass texture. I've upped the density of the grass to the figure of 2. I think it's up from 1.4 or something. I've just upped it a little bit and I think it gives a nice dense grass feel to it. Working with the foliage layers is an absolute hell because you've got to remember, we'll say for grass it is... Now first off you can select it here and just go with grass and then go 4, 5 and 6 and you get nothing. But if you go 5 and 6 you also get nothing. If you choose 6 you get fully grown grass, I think. Yes, if you choose 5 you get grass stubble, which is quite nice. If you choose 4 you get to delete it all. If you choose 4 and 5 you get kind of half grown grass. If you choose 5 and 6 I think you get nothing again, yeah. So that's just, it's really awkward working with it at times because you try and do something and it doesn't work. Same goes for wheat, barley, canola, everything else. It's just absolute hell. Working with the fields, however, is actually quite fun because all I have to do is, whoops, go right down to the bottom here to the rain detail. 0 is cultivated ground. 1 here, deselect 0, is ploughed. 2 is I don't know what, seeded. 3 is potato dams. What on earth are 4, 5, 6 and 7? Oh yeah, they're to change the angles, I believe. Yes, and if I choose 6, those 45 degrees. Absolutely. I'm planning on doing a little something. I'm planning on putting in the Pitorius multi-terrain angle thing. That's going to be a bit of scripting that I'll need to do. at some point in the future. Not going to be anything very, very important right now. Here we have wheat and barley. Over here is the wheat, over there is the barley. These are forgotten plants again, and I have upped the density to 3 because I really think giants underdo the density of wheat and barley. You look at a wheat field and you do just see a mass of nuts like this. Same with barley. In fact, I do see wheat fields and they do. Just kind of turn up the... There we go. It annoys me when the animations play so slowly. Especially when I'm like trying to show you guys something. Personal preference, I guess. I've forgotten where I was going. Yeah, in real life, I don't think you'd see the like 1.4 density that giants choose to use. You'd probably see something a bit closer to this, especially if it's well fertilized. The same with barley, and the same with canola, which I put over here for some reason. These are all forgotten plants. The same goes for the maize texture here and the potato texture behind it. The only texture I'm yet to actually change is the sugar beet, because I can't find a nice looking one, which is kind of getting to my nerves now. So over here we have grass and hay textures from Model Bower. This is grass windrow and hay windrow beside it. I've fiddled those, some of the values there as well. I might do a bit more fiddling if I'm being honest. These straw windrows are from the also forgotten plants, which I completely forgot the name of. Do I actually have to like choose wheat windrow and 10, 11? Why is this not working? Because I'm in terrain info there. So I actually get 15 different heights to choose from if I want to give you guys, say, a windrowed field. I'd probably go for just level 8. I deselect these 3. Just clean a bit of an area here. This is level 8. It's just the absolute bare minimum I can give you guys. So if I'm kind enough to give you guys a field that's been, you know, pre-harvested and windrowed, to give you a bit of straw at the start of the game, it's going to be the lowest damn straw I can give you. I think 8's the lowest. What happens if I choose 9? Yeah, 9's ever so slightly higher. So, yeah, I got 15 choices. I'm going to choose one that's awful, and I'm going to make it a really thin line. Because I believe the density of the window, the height of the window definitely affects how much you get. I haven't quite looked into whether the density affects, so I might have accidentally made you, already given you ridiculous amounts of grass, wheat, and barley, and canola. Canola I don't mind upping the yield of. I think it's a bit ridiculously low, if I'm being honest. What I've apparently done there is broken the game. So it doesn't look like I've made a lot of progress in the past week. That's because I'm recording this on Wednesday. I'm recording this on Wednesday because apparently I've been having, well, I say apparently, I have been having some sound issues courtesy of OBS, and the best way for me to sort those sound issues are for me to record this like any other video, which means it actually takes quite a lot longer. It means I'll have to go into Vegas, which you can see down here, and fiddle about in there. I'm actually going to edit the scene slightly so that you guys can see what time it is for me right now. I'm going to kind of do this like this from now on, I think. Ignore the gloves, they're just to keep my hands a bit warm. I have circulation issues. Also, they feel really nice. They're just comfortable, so deal with it. Things that I want to get done this week on the map. Well, over the next week or so, and if there is a problem I will be putting out a video as soon as I can. I've just realised I got a bit of Hosier vibe going on with how I look today. I trimmed my beard. Do you like my chin and my actual neck, now that you can see it? That was control, that was not the button I wanted to press. What I want to do is get more fields in, and this is just... What on earth happened to the terrain over here? Did I attack this with a brush by mistake? I must have accidentally attacked this with a brush, because it was not like this before. I'm wondering if this has something to do with my really wonky... Yeah, I'm guessing this has something to do with my really wonky attempt at undoing the DEM. Because there's shadows there that weren't there before, and that most definitely was not there before. Where's the issue? This area over here. So I'm just gonna kind of fiddle a little bit. I know I'm not actually making any progress in this video. It's because this is the second attempt. The first attempt I tried to undo the DEM a bit. This has gone really wonky all of a sudden. I think my attempt at undoing the DEM was the biggest mistake I could have made. Have I just made a big hole there? Yep. Let's just smooth this out the old-fashioned way. Oh good lord, this is gonna have to be raised up. I don't know what's gone on here, but something weird happened. I'm guessing it's something to Giant's editor not liking the DEM anymore, for whatever reason. Yeah, issues that happen with maps in the making, I guess. I saw James R.W. Powell's map, Braeborn Lees. I believe is how he wants it to be pronounced. I'll be calling it Braeborn. Braeborn Lees. He's managed to run into some 13th hour problems, because let's face it, the 12th hour is long gone with that map, or the 11th hour even. Long gone with that map. So he's managed to run into some 13th hour problems where scripts have decided to start playing nasty with him. Yep, something's gone horribly weird with this DEM, and I'm not sure what. Because a lot of these bumps I had smoothed. I'm wondering if I saved this thing wrong at some point. So apparently I've still got a lot of smoothing work to do, which is fun. Oh, here in particular is... Yeah, that's nasty. That. So I'll just be looking for... Guess I'm gonna go on a harsh shadows hunt. There's a harsh shadow over here. Just smooth that down a bit. Just smoothing there. Any harsh shadows over here? Nope. Here's one. And that does exist. I'll just smooth this down a bit. Totally pro YouTuber and map maker right here. Although in my defense I am still learning both. I know I've been doing YouTube for over a year now, but you never stop learning. Especially when you decide to do maps, or to start making maps and give yourself a bit of a... Gonna be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get all this map done before other projects start kicking in a big way. So this map may end up going on a bit of a back burner for a period of time that is as yet undetermined, shall we say. If you're wondering why I'm recording at... what time is it? 4:45 on a Wednesday afternoon, it's because it's not dark yet. And oh, I don't have... I'm gonna just mute the entire computer for the time being, just to stop that from coming through. A stream I was watching decided to start auto-playing again, which I really hate Twitch for. By the way, I know I'm a bit late to the party here. YouTube Red. And I'm gonna stop on the map making and just look directly into the camera. YouTube Red. If you are in America and you have opted into the free trial month, well done. You've just got yourself ad block. That's all the free trial month does. It's just ad block under a different name. YouTubers get absolutely no benefits from your free trial. YouTube is basically saying, well, if you're pirating stuff from like TV companies, that's bad. But if we pirate stuff from you, that's fine. Honestly, if you're one of those people who's in the free trial, you are essentially a pirate. Except it's being condoned by Google, of all people, who should know that piracy is a bad thing. Well, not all piracy, but especially when it comes to, like... Okay, so here's the thing. YouTube Red, number one, it's... I'm gonna try and get my thoughts together on this. YouTube Red is bad, especially in the free trial month. People make their living on YouTube. I'm trying to get this channel to break even, that's why I've kind of silently launched donations. That was intentional. I don't want them to be a big deal, but with YouTube Red, especially with the free trial month, and I don't know if any of you guys have YouTube Red, not that I'll ever see any money from it, because that's an issue I'll get to in a moment. If any of you guys have YouTube Red or are considering it, I would honestly say donate $1 or €1 or whatever to your 10 favourite YouTubers. And they'll see more benefit from that $1 than they ever will from YouTube Red from you. It sounds really bad, and every YouTuber's been saying it. I know I'm just jumping on a bandwagon here. If you donate to your 10 favourite YouTubers, especially if one of them is me for some reason, in which case you are a bizarre and twisted individual, honestly. I'll most definitely be seeing more benefit from that dollar than anything I'd ever get from YouTube Red, and possibly even from ad revenue from you. But that's something I can't really talk about. But I say that my ad revenue apparently is rising, which is nice. The end goal is to have the channel like self-sustain and pay for games for itself. I don't want the money from YouTube. I want money from, other projects. YouTube is something that I'm hoping can self-sustain, just so that I don't have to worry about, oh well, I'm spending so much on games. And any games that I do buy with money that oh, I just realized the money that money I'm getting is coming by the money that ad revenue gives me is coming by check. I might have to try and see if I can contact my network and change that, because I would prefer to go into my PayPal. But yeah, there's a donation link below. And if you want to donate, I've set the minimum as €1 just so that there's no people who just decide, oh, I'm going to donate a cent, and I want to get my name in a video, I'm going to donate a cent. I've set the minimum as €1 just because €1 is a small amount. It's something that realistically most people won't miss. If you lose €1, you don't go looking for €1. I've also put it so that you guys pay the transaction fees. If you guys don't like that, I can actually change it so that I pay them and I lose 1.9%. As it stands, you guys are paying, if you want to donate, you'll be paying a 1.9% levy on top of it. So if you donate the bare minimum €1, you'll be paying an extra 2 cents. Which, seeing as Ireland is essentially phasing out 1 and 2 cent coins, is literally nothing. And the donations are just if you want to support the channel. I do have some stuff that I want to try and get done, but it requires money, and that's something that I'm not really comfortable spending right now. There's a lot of stuff I'd love to be able to do with the channel, especially with the map, the map in development. There's some stuff that I want to do and some stuff that I'll eventually need to do, like get a server together, and I'll need to find map testers. I've got at least one person in mind who I will be asking when the time comes. I have a feeling they already know who they... Well, I have a feeling everybody thinks it's them, but there's one person that I will probably ask. Another couple that I'll consider, and really I'll be basing my map testers on people that comment a lot and try and help me. And you know, criticism is good. If you say this is crap, change it, that's fine. If you give a reason why it's crap, I'll change stuff. You know, if you don't like the DEM, and that's kind of a weird issue to have, if you don't like, you know, the actual terrain, once I've got this somewhat flattened, because it's being derp. It's being an absolute dork. I don't mean flatten completely. I'm not playing Minecraft where I do in fact flatten things. I just wanted it smoothed out so that it's not as ridiculously hilly and there are less really severe things going on. These hills over here might well stay. Despite the fact they're probably forests and like houses and stuff, they might well stay. I've been recording for almost half an hour. I should probably start wrapping up. I got onto a YouTube Red tangent, didn't I? I never finished it. Okay, so I'm really quickly gonna do this. YouTube Red bad for creators, especially during the free trial month. It's essentially ad block. YouTube have said that during the free trial month, they're not paying anything through YouTube Red because they're not getting anything, which is piracy. It's just you're paying. Well, you're paying nothing. You know, YouTube are saying, oh well, you might as well use ad block for a month. Which if you do use ad block, and gonna open up this. That's some stuff. Ooh, I've got to be really careful what I show here. If you do use adblock, I'm just going to go over to my subscriptions so you can see things that I watch. You can see up here I've got, that's actually Avast, these two buttons. This is adblock, this is adblock plus. This green means it's disabled. This grey means it's disabled. If I go onto Wikipedia over here, where I was looking up Bell's palsy for some reason last night, I've got adblock enabled. You can set whitelists. What? You can whitelist specific sites, site-wide. So you can, you know, disable, enable adblock, and then whitelist it on adblock plus as well. And it'll show off ads. Why do I have to? Facebook's open. So yeah, I would advise don't get YouTube Red. Whitelist YouTube, or at least my videos. I was looking over. I can't move OBS into the main window. Whitelist YouTube, or at least my videos. If you want me to benefit from ad revenue. If you do insist on using adblock, which I don't care, because I use it myself. I do have YouTube and Twitch whitelisted, as well as one or two other sites that I use a lot and actually require adblock to be turned off, which is a really douche move and actually discourages me from using those sites. But especially seeing as the ads they have are so ridiculously intrusive. They're video sites that I'm not going to name because they're technically piracy. I said, well, I use it to watch Formula 1, which I ain't paying for that. I ain't paying for an inferior product. Gonna be quite honest, Formula 1 is an inferior product compared to Formula 1 of any other era, just because there's no personality in the sport anymore. There's no sport in the sport anymore. Ferrari have managed to block a rule. A team in a sport has managed to block a rule that would mildly inconvenience them. That's not sport. That's not competition. That's borderline criminal in my opinion. I've just realised it's really quite dark. I'm using the light of my two screens to illuminate myself. That works a bit too well, mainly because I put both my screens set to white. Yeah, if you want to support the channel, best thing you can do, well, simplest thing you can do is whitelist YouTube, sit through some ads, and deal with it. Mostly, I've got long unskippable ads, which are the devil. I know this. I've got them turned off because I can do that, and you won't have to sit through a long unskippable ad because they don't exist on my channel, or they shouldn't. If they do, tell me, and I can go shout at Maker, or I think I'm actually on a sub network of Maker. I'll shout at networks and try and get that fixed. In terms, that's the easiest thing you can do. The best thing you can do, if you want to go like balls to the wall in behind the channel, just donate like €1 million so that I never have to work again. No. Best thing you can do is donate what you can. I'm not going to ask for like €20 donations or whatever. I've mentioned this a few times in other videos. I think possibly this video last week. If you donate at the end of the month, I'll put together a video where I essentially just thank everybody who donates. If you put your name as Anon in the there's a name field on I'm raising. If you put your name as Anon or Anonymous, I won't read your name. I will never ever put up the amount that you donate. So if you donate, €100, or if you're that insane, I will just send you a personal thank you. I will find your email and send you a personal thank you. If in fact, if you want a personal thank you, I've actually said to just put your email in the, I think there's like a message thing that I will never share messages either from the I'm raising. If you put your email there, I will actually send you a personal thank you because you're funding this channel. You're funding these videos, and that means a hell of a lot to me. This channel is my baby, and all of my friends will tell you they hate it because I'm just like, oh, my YouTube channel's doing this well. I've got 400 subs. I'm actually on 412 today, which is nice. So yeah, I know I haven't actually done anything to the map in this video other than apparently break it. That's gonna be fun to fix. But yeah, I figured I'd give you guys an update on how the map is going. It's going slowly because I'm actually working on not editing maps again. I'm not editing maps for a while. I'm working on this. This is the only thing that opens in Giants Editor now. I've been doing off-camera work on Nuston and Mulroy. Mulroy I've still got to go back to and do some more work on. I think Nuston is done for the week for me, and for you guys by the time you see this, all the plowing is done. I need to make up a soil mod cheat sheet again. I'll probably actually use a book this time instead of some loose pieces of paper, so that I can write down all the details that I need. So yeah, I know I use this as kind of a weird channel update rant vlog. Here's how the map's doing. The cat is in and screaming. I don't even know if you can hear the cat. No, you probably can't. We have like 3 cats. We used to have, how many went? 3 went. So we used to have 6. But one of our neighbours decided that 3 of them were an inconvenience, and we're not quite sure what happened, but the 2 real options are neighbour killed him with like shovel or something, and then buried the bodies or something, or set the dogs on him. Neighbour brought him to the vets. Neighbour brought him to the vets and had them put down, which is less cruel to the animals, but just as cruel to us, to be quite honest. Or neighbour brought him to the vets to be adopted, which, in my opinion, third option is the best one. If you, because we've done this. One of the cats is we actually disposed. We got rid of the mother by similar means. We brought it to the vets. Actually, got rid of the mother and all of its siblings, which sounds really mean. We brought them to the vets to be adopted out as kind of a buy one cat get 6 kittens free kind of deal. Because we just couldn't deal with that many. And yeah, we've got a black one called Sooty and a white one called the Mother, because and a kind of a tigery striped one, oddly enough called Tiger, because we're inventive. We did have Gremlin, which was a really weird piebaldy thing, but he's gone. I liked Gremlin. Gremlin was insane. He was scared of his own shadow. Ooh, crap. This is almost 40 minutes. This is going to be hell to render. I'm going to leave it here. Oh, I should really... I'm tempted to start live streaming these. And just do kind of an hour or so live stream. My internet isn't the greatest, so it would be the world's choppiest live stream ever. But I could do like a YouTube gaming farm sim and chill thing, where I actually work on the map instead of just nattering. And have chat open and talk to you guys. Live. On YouTube. Live. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here because I've been going for almost 40 minutes, which is going to be fun. Because I'm a moron. Leave your thoughts on the textures below, I guess. Textures I'm using. If you have any suggestions or links to better ones, I prefer not to use non-reputable sites, so I've looked through all the ones I could find on ModHoster. If you find any others on ModHoster that'll work in 2015, please do share. What else? I'm going to be scripting this map. I'm going to be putting scripts in time. For the time being, I'm just working on getting fields in. Next step after that is going to be the road system. Because I got this all kind of planned out in my head. Fields in first, just the actual ground laying of the fields. Then the road system. And then I'll figure out field boundaries after. Fields and then field boundaries, I guess, would be the most logical. No, because the road system then hedges, which... I'm not looking forward to hedges. That's going to be... Roads and hedges are going to be hours of me just sitting here clicking incessantly, like I'm playing time clickers or something. Or cookie clicker is probably the best analogy. Ooh. Half my desk just fell. Wonderful. That's what happens when I kick my desk, apparently. And... What on earth is this? Oh, that's my steering wheel. Yeah, hedges and stuff I'm not looking forward to. That's going to be hours of tedium, which I am of course going to record in one long video with no sound and just upload it with the sounds of crying, with just a crying sound effect running incessantly. And I've warned you now, so when you see one that's entitled just Hedges, you'll know what to expect. And if you're new by that time, that's your own fault. I'm warning you guys now. When I get to Hedges, I will just put up one that is screaming or something, or some really annoying, irritating sound with sped up with me fiddling with every bloomin' hedge out in the world. Because one thing you guys maybe don't realise is, well, everybody who lives in Ireland and the UK does at this point. Americans, Ireland and the UK love hedges. Absolutely love them. which is why on all the Irish and UK based maps, or at least the good ones, you see hedges everywhere. It's because they're our way of marking our territory. They're like Americans and guns. Americans use guns to mark territory, we use bushes. It's a terrible metaphor. I'm going... Oh, good. I'm going to leave it here because it's been 40 minutes. I'll possibly put up an update midweek, depending on how well I do over the weekend with the map, which I'm hoping it goes well. And yes, I do wear glasses. For anybody interested, I do wear glasses. Especially when I'm tired, because I didn't particularly sleep well last night. That's probably why I'm nattering on so much. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you again. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.